Good evening, Mr. and Ms. Internet and all our ships at sea. It's Thursday. It's time once again for the YouTube live edition of the Freeway Forum, coming to you live and direct from the world-famous 405 freeway in beautiful, sunny Southern California. My name is Atari. This is a free-form discussion that is hosted by me, but it is driven by you. Yes, you friends, you and your comments are what make this show possible. So we're going to start with the topic today. We're going to get some comments down in the doobly-doo. Sound off down in the doobly-doo. Let me know you're here. And while you're at it, go ahead and give this thing a like, give it a thumbs up, and share it with your social media pals and get as many people in here as we can so we can have ourselves a rollicking good discussion. So, anyway, so today is National Ask a Stupid Question Day. So I thought it might be fun. I work in tech support, and I know a lot of people that watch this channel work in or have worked in various shall we say, what's the word I'm looking for? I'm completely blanked on that word right now. Various capabilities in the with the public, whether you're in retail or customer service or tech support like me, or IT support, or engineering, anything where you deal with plebes. So yeah, I figured that would be a good topic for today. So the question being, what is the stupidest question? What is hands down the stupidest question you've ever been asked? And we're gonna open up today. I saw Hammy posted just a second ago. Hammy's holding pattern there. If you're still here, sound off, buddy. But Hammy said that the stupidest question he'd ever been asked was, "Is that your wife?" When he was with his mother. And yeah, I can see that being, yeah. It's like, no offense to your mother, she's a wonderful person. But yeah, a little bit of an age discrepancy there, I might think. But yeah. Anyway, so yeah, I want to tell you a little story. I work for this gentleman. Oh, hey Chris, how you doing? He says his boss poured hot water into the trash and asked that it won't start a fire. Oh dear. He really did. He poured hot water into a trash can and was worried about it starting a fire. Oh dear, that's pretty terrible. That's fairly incompetent there. Hammy, I saw you commented there. I did not see. I wasn't able to read the full comment. If you can just do something there, just sound off something, just bump that comment so it'll pop back up on the screen here. That is sort of the limitation about streaming from the phone. Mobile streaming from the phone is that it does only show comments very briefly, and if I don't happen to look down and read the full thing very quickly, I will miss it. So yeah, just bump that comment there. There we go, got a bump. I was at the bar with the parents, said no, that's his wife, and point. Okay, so yeah, okay, so coming back to Hammy's story there, where he was at a bar with his parents, and somebody asked if his mother was his wife, and he says, "No, that's his wife," and points to his dad. This is sort of this is definitely a story I could see coming from Hammy and Hammy's family. They just have certain strange little things that happen to them like that, which is always great for a story. Always fun for a good story there. But Hammy, we're gonna have to start Afterburn again. Afterburn was our podcast that we had for a while. This is I actually have plans to do this to re-release the Freeway Forum as a podcast in the future. So you'll have the live episodes here on. All right, buddy. See you around. Hemi has to leave now, but yeah, he says yes. Stuff like that happens to him a lot. I will endeavor to drive safely. But so the Freeway Forum is looking like it may become a podcast in the near future. Not that this is going to go away. This is absolutely going to stay here. But I'm going to be distributing this as a podcast as well as the video replay. So just to try and get more people involved and more people interested in the program. That's sort of where I'm looking at going with it. But absolutely, we will still be here Thursdays at 5 p.m. Pacific for your viewing and talkback pleasure. Anyway, so yeah, dropping water into a trash can and hoping it doesn't catch on fire. The only problem I can see with that is if there's like elemental sodium in the trash can or some other like alkali earth metal. That's the only way I could see that being dangerous, hot water or not hot water. That's like the only thing I can think of. So maybe there was maybe there was a block of sodium in the trash can. Who knows? Just very, very strange. Yeah. Yeah, it's like you have to keep that stuff in mineral oil too, like to keep it safe so it doesn't react with the moisture in the air. Sodium's dangerous stuff. And hey, it's John the Boss. What's happening, John? Welcome to the Freeway Forum. Glad you can make it. Glad you can make it, buddy. We're talking about the stupidest questions we've ever been asked. And I know you work in like IT or programming or something. So I'm sure you have some interesting questions that you've been asked before. So let me tell you this story. I work for this guy, and he's a sailor. I mean, not a Navy sailor, but like he knows how to sail. Like he has a yacht that he owns and rents it out. He lets it charter out, and he doesn't skipper the thing, but he apparently knows seamanship. Yeah, think of some questions while I'm telling this story. This ought to be great. So anyways, he's all like, yes, I know how to navigate by the sun and doing this and this and this. And so, okay, so I'm a product designer, and I also am a lead technician on a product that we don't manufacture it here in the States. My company manufactures it in South Africa, and then it's imported into the States, and I'm essentially the U.S. representative for that product. So everything kind of comes back to me. So I get all kinds of crazy questions. But this one comes from the boss man. So this product that we have, it uses sunlight, and it reflects sunlight out, and it deters birds. It's like hanging the pie pan on the the fishing line in the tree. There's some douche bro next to me in a 350Z that's he took the muffler off of for some reason. That's why there's a lot of sound. Sounds like his poor little car's gonna vomit. But anyway, so this device uses sunlight, and it reflects sunlight back at birds in a particular wavelength, in a particular pattern, and it triggers something in the bird's brain, and it floats away. This is the elevator pitch, essentially, is how it works. So what he was proposing we do was we were going to what I do and what my team does, we set up, we basically survey areas, and we determine line of sight and do all this kind of survey kind of work with satellite imagery, and we determine where these individual units should be placed around the perimeter of a particular complex or structure or what have you, in order to provide the most efficacy from every possible approach angle from a bird, because it's an airspace deterrent. So we had to pop the birds while they're in the air. It's a harmless thing. If anybody's wondering, it is a harmless thing. It's entirely harmless. It does not harm a bird whatsoever. It's entirely humane. All it does is just kind of make them move. I don't want to fly over here. Okay. You get some. It just diverts them. That's all they do, is they just divert their flight path away from a particular area. We use it to divert birds away from like windmills and things like that as well, to keep them from flying into windmills and getting chopped up. So yeah, it's actually a very humane product, and it serves a humane purpose. So enough of that. Anyway, so bless his heart, you know, the fella, he's looking at the thing, and I'm putting it around, and you know, I'm looking at this structure to set up, and I say, you know, if this company's only going to do like a partial, you know, because I have to argue with building owners and companies a lot, you know, to say that, look, this is how it works. If you don't do it how it works, it's not going to work. It's like, you can't be half pregnant. It's either going to be, you're going to have the system the way it's supposed to be, or you're not going to have it. There's no in between. And this is a very big, high-profile client that we're working with, and he's like, well, whatever, you know, let's do a demo, you know, in a small area. And I'm like, no, that's not how this thing works. You're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. The guy I work for is not an engineer, but anyway, I remind myself of Dilbert a lot, you know, between, you know, that whole like engineering versus management versus marketing sort of like, you know, power struggle, I guess you could call it, the rivalry or whatnot, the animosity. Anyway, so, oh yeah, it'll be fine. You know, you just have this little area, you just have them right here, and they'll just shine all over the place. They'll shine all the way around. Okay, so I don't know if you guys remember or not, but you know, physics class. Let's you know, when a light ray hits a surface, it bounces back at a reciprocal incidental angle, unless there is some refraction going. This is all reflection, or almost all reflection. Anyway, so the sun, you know, the way the Earth is tilted, you know, so the sun never comes out more than, you know, I said, the light's just going to miss everything. It's not going to actually shine down on the affected area, the area that you want to be effective. And he says, he sort of asked me, he's like, well, why would it do that? You know, it's, you know, the sun's going to come further north in the summertime. Like, this building is at like 35, 36 degrees latitude, something like that, 36, 37 degrees latitude. I forget exactly where on latitude it is, but anyway, it's not, the sun doesn't go that far north. And he's arguing with me over this fact. Well, I know how to navigate by the sun. I have a yacht, and I've learned how to sail. And I'm like, no, that's not how the sun works. Doesn't matter how much money you throw at it, the sun doesn't work like that. It doesn't change the tilt of the Earth. I'm sorry. The sun does not go further than 23.5. Now, after some time, I thought about it, and maybe he's just used to sailing in the tropics. The sun will actually go further north if you're below 23.5 degrees latitude. So if you're somewhere in the tropics, it could potentially travel further north. But, you know, above that latitude where we are in North America, it doesn't work like that. And I mean, literally argue with me, and I just finally just had to say, okay, yeah, whatever you say, sure, all right, I will. So that's sort of my story there. John had, it's not exactly a question, but yeah, John had one. The best I can think of is, at the moment, is when I was asked by a client if I could make their website so that users so that users could not use the same password. And so this password has already been used type of, oh my gosh, really? Like, okay, I think I know where you're going with this. So like, the client wanted no two users to have the same password. So the client wanted you to write a protocol for this website that would check a database of existing passwords to see if that password had already been used by another user. And that, wow. So yeah, I don't know if anybody else gets that. Oh wow, yeah, that is a huge security flaw. Yeah, because then you're just fishing for passwords at that point. It's like, holy crap, if you know a username, you're just fishing for passwords. Hell, you don't have to know a username, you just start fishing for passwords. And somebody's used it, and oh my gosh, that's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's like, oh man, that's about as bad a security issue as all of the elevators in North America, probably all the elevators in the world, actually all use the same, or more or less the same key for their firefighter operation and for their lockouts and everything like that. I forgot the gentleman's name, but he goes by Deviant Alum on social media. Deviant Alum. He's a security analyst, and he's kind of the guy I would like to be. He has the kind of job that I would love to have, and all he is a pen tester. He is a professional pen tester, both OPSEC and InfoSec, and I would love to be an OPSEC pen tester, operational securities pen tester, and penetration tester. And that's what he does. He gets hired by companies to go and break into buildings, and it's awesome. I'm like, yes! This guy is my hero. I want to do that job. But yeah, I was watching, it was a few months ago, I guess. I was watching it was a talking game. I think it was at DEF CON, and I want to say it was at DEF CON, and he was just talking about how very, very, very stupid it is to have your elevator be access control, because it's very, very weak security, because you can buy elevator keys on eBay, and yeah, they say do not duplicate, but nobody pays attention to that. If there's money to be had, I'm going to duplicate some keys. Thank you very much. That's what I'm going to be doing. But yeah, so good grief. Oh man, I have been asked some whoppers sometime. The Barbie, actually, I'm gonna pick on the Barbie for a minute, and the Barbie. This is hey, it's Vaju. I see you. Hey buddy. Welcome aboard. Anyway, so I'm gonna pick on the Barbie for a moment. We were at this place called the Veggie Grill, and it's a vegan restaurant. And we're not vegan, but not that there's anything wrong with being vegan. But it's variety, and we do like some vegetarian, vegan stuff, and there's some really good vegetarian and vegan stuff out there. If you're just not in the mood for meat, it's a great alternative. This place had they've got a pretty good like black bean burger. It's okay. Well, it's okay. Their chicken is fantastic. Their chicken, whatever you want to call it, their fake chicken is absolutely fantastic. But anyway, so we went to this place, and the Barbie ordered. She ordered buffalo wings. Buffalo wings. It just said buffalo wings on the menu, and buffalo chicken wings. And and she doesn't like the normal bone-in buffalo wings. She's all about the chicken nuggets, which is what boneless wings are. They're chicken nuggets with salsa, which is okay. They're good. I don't care. They're good. Call them whatever you want to, but they're chicken nuggets. So just in this one of those Barbie moments, she turns to the girl behind the counter. She's like, are the buffalo wings, are they are they boneless? And the girl behind the counter and I kind of look at each other and then look at her like, did you just ask that? So that was a Barbie moment. It was a quote of the day Barbie moment. We might actually start a Barbie quotes Twitter, and that might be entertaining. But yeah, there's Barbie has a few moments like that where she kind of has a little California girl moment, but it's all in good fun. You know, she laughs at it just as much as anybody else does, so that's okay. We all have our moments. We all have our little brain farts, our little moments where we're just kind of not quite up to game. And you know, it's funny being in sort of this, you know, position as a talking head, and as a I noticed this the other day when I was posting my videos to Reddit. I posted the IKEA Lada versus Interloop Pro battery video to Reddit, and I was getting people that were like, oh, you didn't do it right, and you didn't do this right, and you didn't do this right, you should have done this, and it would have been a better test if you would have done this. And I'm like, you have no idea what you're talking about. You really have no idea what you're talking about. And I posted it to an engineering subreddit, and they're all like, this is really good information. I like this. There's a lot of once proved to a client that I could use their form to inject and Barbie.com. That was my highlight. Nice. I assume it's SQL injection, because that's I guess what you mean when you do inject. I'm not a code monkey, so I'm not a programmer, so you know, when I talk about jargon, I'm really just throwing jargon out there. So yeah. Oh, HTML. Okay. HTML injection. Okay. Yeah, when I start talking about, you know, my HTML skills really kind of faded back, you know, they kind of faded out with GeoCities and Angelfire. Now I can still do some HTML. I can find my answers on Stack Exchange and know what the hell I'm talking about. But or know what I'm doing anyway. You know, I'm not like a script kiddie. But you know, I'm not as elite as I used to be. But I leave it to the professionals as much as I can. But no, that's funny. That's really funny. Yes, Reddit does love to tell you when you're wrong, and especially when you're not wrong. That's the funniest thing about it. Because these engineers would jump on there and they'd be like, dude, do you realize how long it actually takes, how much effort that actually takes to do? And they're like, oh yes, but it will be better. And I'm like, no. No, I don't have 2 years to do direct observation of charge life. I'm sorry. Oh man, yeah, HTML5. Gosh, man, I was writing code in HTML. What? HTML2, HTML3. That's when I was writing websites. Shows you how long it's been. But yeah. Back when we still had the marquee tag and the blink tag, that was when I was writing HTML. Oh man, that's really bad. Like, you know, people just don't know. Like, people really don't like. All right, eat your pizza, buddy. Or just bring your pizza in and eat it in front of the screen. That's what real people do. That's what the cool kids are doing, right? Anyway, oh wow, good grief, I'm old. The irony is that I actually posted on Twitter. I linked this video on Twitter, you know, to kind of, you know, hype it up a little bit. Linked this live stream on Twitter, and there's a trending hashtag on Twitter right now, and it's I hide the fact that I'm old by, and I was like, I hide the fact that I'm old by streaming live on YouTube, which apparently is not hiding the fact that I'm old. Oh man, I thought I was so cool back in high school. Everybody had a GeoCities site or an Angelfire site. I had like 6. It's great. I have those sites, I actually have those sites archived. By the way, if anybody wants to go and look at my old ass HTML sites, I do have them archived at AirborneSurfer.com. It's under the archive tag, I think, under the archive tab. But I think they're accessible publicly. Yeah, check the archive tab and see if it's there. AirborneSurfer.com, and you'll see all the terrible old websites. And I haven't updated them at all. I just did a code dump from the Angel Fire. I just did a code dump of each. Just copied the directory, downloaded the directory, and just dropped it into my public HTML folder. Baji wants to know how my new character is going. Well, I haven't used him again yet, so I don't know. I don't know where he's going to go yet. He'll pop up from time to time. He'll pop up from time to time, but well, we'll see. I'll bring him up when he's necessary for the narrative. I saw Barbie popped in there. The Barbie's here, and she wants to say the stupidest question that she always gets. Go ahead here and let us know the stupidest question people ask you all the time. I think I know which one that is, but go right ahead. It's getting warm in this car. It is a warm day today. I thought it was supposed to be fall already. It's like 90 degrees outside. I don't get it. Is this supposed to be climate change? It's global warming stuff. Either that or it's just Southern California. I don't even know. Southern California is weird coming from the south, where it does proceed to like get cool around late September into October. It cools off somewhat in here, but then it doesn't really get cold ever. It just like stays 70 degrees. And the stupidest question is it you? That's an interesting question. Is it really you? Oh my gosh, is it really you? That's amazing! Like, yeah, seriously, yes, it's me. Okay, yeah, I'm here. Hello? Anybody home? Think, McFly, think! Who is me? Who is me? Me who? That's the one I always got, was me who? Me who? Yes, Back to the Future. Very good, very good. 10 points to Gryffindor. Oh boy. Oh yes, the Where's Ken. Yes. So where is Ken? And of course by extension, I always get the question of, is this Ken or are you Ken? When we introduce ourselves as a couple. Or when we introduce ourselves at the same time, it'd be like, she's, hi, I'm Barbie. Oh, you're Barbie. Is this Ken? And it's like, no, that joke was old 5 years ago, 6 years ago, 10 years ago. How long has it been? 7 years ago. 7 years ago. I lose track sometimes. It's like that joke was old 7 years ago. That joke was old before it was told. Anyway. Gosh, what other like dumb questions people ask? Yeah, I don't know if you know. There's a comedian. His name is Ron White. Ron White. He's part of that blue collar. Jeff Foxworthy, Ron White, Larry the Cable Guy, and the other guy. I can't remember his name right off the top of my head. But they did the blue collar comedy tour some years ago. That was a long time ago now. I guess it was 10 years ago or so now. But he's part of that sort of blue collar comedy tour shtick, the southern kind of shtick. But he has this. His big thing was his thing was called "Here's Your Sign." This was sort of his gimmick. Foxworthy had "You might be a redneck. How are you doing?" And you get no answer usually. Well, it happens. Sometimes we get busy. But we're doing well. We're doing well sometimes. Anyway, so Ron White was sort of this blue collar comedy tour, and he had this. His gimmick was "Here's your sign." And you know, while Jeff Foxworthy had the, you know, you might be a redneck jokes. Oh, sorry, that was Bill Engvall. Bill Engvall, not Ron White. Or Ron White or Bill Engvall. One of those guys. Bill Engvall was the other one in the Blue Collar Comedy Tour, but I can't remember if it was Bill Engvall or Ron White that did Here's Your Sign. I want to say it was Ron White that did Here's Your Sign. Somebody Google that and correct me if I'm wrong. But let me know in the doobly-doo which one it was, if it was White or Engvall. Anyway, so Here's Your Sign, you know, and so that was the sort of thing. It was he would you know, tell these little anecdotal stories about people asking stupid questions, like there was the one where the guy was he was driving a semi-truck down the freeway, and we're driving down the road. He got stuck. He didn't mind the clearance on the overpass. He got stuck beneath an overpass, and the police officer comes up to him and says, "Hey, did you? So you got stuck, huh?" And the guy says, "Nope. I was delivering this overpass and ran out of gas. Here's your sign." You know, it's just, you know, these stupid answers to, you know, smart ass rhetorical questions, and you know, follows back with "Here's your sign. I'm stupid." That was sort of the shtick, if you will, for this guy. Some of them are really funny. They're very, very witty. I would highly recommend looking them up. Just look up "Here's Your Sign," and you'll probably find out who it is, whether it's Engvall or Ron White. I'm kind of thinking it was Ron White, because Ron White had the little glass of scotch all the time or something like that. I think that was what was going on. I don't really remember off the top of my head. It's been years since I've seen it. But great. See you later, Baju. Enjoy your pizza. Oh, John's got to go too. That's all right. I'm actually about to wrap this up. So, John, we will catch you on the flip flop, and be sure to check out the last couple of minutes here on the replay here. And appreciate you stopping by. Appreciate everybody stopping by and everybody jumping in for the Freeway Forum today. I'm going to go ahead and start wrapping it up here. Of course, this is every Thursday here on YouTube Live, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, on YouTube Live, youtube.com/theAirborneSurfer. Go ahead and subscribe. I want to, if anybody's from the new big batch of subscribers that we got the other day. Appreciate you guys subscribing, and hope you enjoy this. We do this every week in between like production videos, because I obviously can't do a big production video every week. So this is what we sort of do to fill in the gap in between time. You're welcome to join us every week here at 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern on the Freeway Forum. Everything else, all the videos are on, they're also mirrored at AirborneSurfer.com. Well, not mirrored, but they're listed at AirborneSurfer.com. And there's other things, how-tos and articles and things like that, all at AirborneSurfer.com for your viewing pleasure and your reading pleasure. And what else we got? Follow along on Twitter at AirborneSurfer, and on AirborneSurfer.com. If you click the link in the upper right-hand corner, there's an Amazon link. If you shop at Amazon, you can click that link. That is an affiliate referral link. It doesn't cost you anything extra. It doesn't cost you anything extra. You pay the same price as you normally do on Amazon.com, but they give me a little commission there for sending you that way. There's a link down in the doobly-doo. If you don't want to go to AirborneSurfer.com, there's another Amazon link down in the doobly-doo, and you can just click that before you go shopping. And I appreciate that. That helps support what we do here. and keep this thing going and make it grow, and we do all kinds of fun stuff. And where are you going? Anyway, so that's about all I got time for today. I'm out of Freeway. So my name is Atari. Appreciate you being here. Appreciate you watching. Always appreciate you guys dropping a like, sharing this on social media, and of course commenting down in the doobly-doo. I will see you guys next week with another topic, and until then, tally ho, y'all.